The $13 billion mind control scam. How big self-help turned you into an addict. You just realized you've blown $3,000 on self-help courses, and you still feel empty inside? Congratulations! You've been the victim of the biggest mass brainwashing operation in modern history. I'm the mind analyst, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to expose the $3 billion scams that turned your quest for growth into a consumer addiction. Listen carefully. While you were buying the next magic formula, a $13.2 billion industry was hacking your brain, installing codes of perpetual dissatisfaction. They don't sell solutions, they sell dependency. And today, I'm going to break that system for you. If you've ever felt like a hamster running after the cheese of instant happiness, if you've bought dozens of courses promising transformation in 21 days, if you've blamed yourself for not having enough discipline when the methods didn't work, then you need to watch this video to the end. Because the truth I'm about to reveal won't just free your mind, but your wallet too. Hit that like button right now if you're ready to escape the matrix of personal development and discover how they manipulate you. And if you want more content like this that exposes the lies of this industry, smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, because what's coming next will shock you. The quick fix virus, why you can't change, and how they get rich from your failure. Want to know why you can never stick to a habit, change for more than 30 days? Because you've been programmed to fail. The personal development industry created the most sophisticated mental virus in history: instant transformation syndrome. Let's hack this code right now. Every time you see "transform your life in 7 days" or "secret formula for success in 3 steps," your brain gets a download of fake dopamine. It's like a digital drug. You get the high of possibility without doing the work. This is the first scam. They don't sell results. They sell the feeling that results are coming. Here's how the system works. First, they install the belief that you're behind in life. Then, they sell urgency. If you don't act now, you'll be left behind forever. Finally, they deliver an impossible solution that promises to fix years of conditioning in days. It's genius and perverted at the same time. But here's the hack they don't want you to know. Real evolution happens in layers, like an operating system being updated. Each update takes time to fully integrate. When you force an update too fast, the system crashes and you revert back to the previous settings, feeling even worse. The mind analyst discovered that these gurus use a technique called future pacing. They make you imagine your transformed life so vividly that your brain confuses imagination with reality. You buy the course thinking you're already 50% there, when you haven't even started yet. Neuroscience proves it. Lasting changes require between 66 to 254 days to become automatic, depending on complexity. But that doesn't sell. Transform your life in 254 days doesn't have the same appeal as 7 days, does it? Here's the raw truth. Your evolution journey is like learning a new language. You can memorize phrases in a week, but to become fluent, you need years of consistent practice. And this isn't a bug, it's a feature. The slow process is what makes transformation solid and permanent. The American dream got weaponized against you. They took your desire for a rapid success, that entrepreneurial spirit that built this nation, and turned it into instant gratification addiction. They made you believe that if you're not seeing results immediately, you're not hustling hard enough. That's BS. Real winners in America, the Bezos, the Musks, the Gates, they all understood compound growth. Amazon didn't become Amazon overnight. Tesla almost went bankrupt multiple times. Microsoft started in a garage. But the self-help industry sells you the highlight reel, not the behind-the-scenes struggle. Today's subversive action. Pick one microscopic habit. Not meditate for 30 minutes, but take 3 deep breaths when I wake up. Do this for 30 days without grandiose expectations. Watch how your brain tries to sabotage you, wanting bigger and faster results. That resistance is the instant transformation virus being deleted. If you're ready to ditch the illusion of instant change and embrace the real process, type "real process" in the comments. Share this video with someone who's addicted to self-help courses. You might be saving their mental health and bank account. The positivity mafia, how they sold you fake happiness and you bought it. If you woke up today and weren't radiating gratitude, jumping for joy about life. Congratulations, you're normal. But the toxic positivity industry wants to convince you that's a glitch in your system. They've installed malware in your mind that says, if you're not happy 24/7, you're doing something wrong. This is the second most profitable scam in the market, turning you into a positive emotion addict. They created the highlight reel syndrome, where you need to constantly be high vibe, emanating gratitude and radiating positivity. It's like forcing your computer to run only in high performance mode. Eventually, it overheats and crashes. Let's break this code now. Forced positivity is emotional denial disguised as spirituality. When you suppress anger, sadness, or frustration, you're not eliminating them, you're creating corrupted files in your emotional system. And corrupted files always come back to haunt the system. The hack I discovered: your negative emotions are actually valuable data. Anger shows you where your boundaries have been violated. Sadness indicates what you deeply value. Fear alerts you to real threats. When you format these emotions with toxic positivity, you lose crucial information about yourself. These gurus sell happiness like it's a consumer product, when in reality it's a byproduct of a life aligned with your values. It's like trying to buy health instead of adopting healthy habits. You can take all the supplements in the world, but if your diet is garbage, you'll still be sick. Here's the subversive truth: emotionally intelligent people aren't positive all the time. They're authentic all the time. They process their emotions instead of perfuming them with empty mantras. They understand that real happiness comes from the ability to navigate the full spectrum of human emotion, not from numbing yourself with artificial positivity. The American culture of fake it till you make it got hijacked by spiritual bypassing. We went from healthy optimism to delusional positivity, from "I overcome challenges" to "I must pretend challenges don't exist." That's not strength, that's emotional cowardice wrapped in Instagram quotes. Here's what science reveals: forcing positivity activates the same brain areas associated with emotional suppression, which increases cortisol and decreases overall well-being. You're literally poisoning yourself with good vibes. The land of the free became the land of the emotionally suppressed. Social media made it worse. Everyone's posting their highlight reels of gratitude and manifestation, making you feel like you're the only one struggling. But behind those perfectly curated posts are real humans with real problems, pretending everything's amazing while slowly dying inside. The emotional detox protocol. For 1 week, practice radical emotional honesty. When someone asks how you are, tell the truth, don't dramatize, but be real. I'm anxious about work. I'm frustrated with this situation. I'm sad today, and that's okay. Watch how this is more liberating than pretending you're always fine. If you're tired of pretending you're always okay and want to embrace your real emotions, type emotional authenticity in the comments. Save this video to watch when you feel pressured to be positive all the time. And if you know someone drowning in toxic positivity, send them this video. It might be the antidote they need. Your inner guru got kidnapped. The conspiracy to keep you dependent forever. Ever wonder why, after following dozens of different success maps, you still feel lost? Because those maps weren't made for you. They're generic GPS trying to navigate the unique geography of your soul. And here's the third and most cruel scam. They hijacked your intuition and sold you back a pirated version. Let me show you how this mental hack works. First, they convince you that you can't trust yourself, that you need a guru, a mentor, an external system to guide you. Then, they bombard you with so many universal truths that you stop listening to your inner voice. Finally, you become a zombie, following other people's scripts, living a life that isn't yours. This is the most sophisticated matrix ever created, a system that makes you pay to disconnect from yourself. It's like installing an antivirus that's actually a virus. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're getting infected. Here's the manipulation source code. They use massive social proof to make you question your intuition. 10,000 people followed this method and succeeded. But what if you're different from those 10,000 people? What if your internal operating system works uniquely? They don't want you asking that question. The analyst discovered something disturbing. The more personal development content you consume, the more you disconnect from your own wisdom. It's like having 1,000 navigation apps running simultaneously. They create so much noise, you can't hear your internal compass anymore. America was built on individualism, on trusting your gut, and forging your own path. But the self-help industry turned us into sheep following the same shepherd. They took the pioneer spirit that conquered the Wild West and turned it into consumer conformity. They made you afraid to trust the very instincts that built this nation. The subversive truth. Your intuition is a quantum processor that analyzes millions of subconscious variables and gives you the best decision for your specific situation. But you've been programmed to distrust it and rely on external algorithms created by people who don't even know you. Here's the most powerful hack that exists. Your intuition speaks through your visceral reactions, your dreams, your coincidences, your body's energy. When something's aligned, you feel expansion. When it's not, you feel contraction. It's a feedback system more accurate than any external formula. Silicon Valley entrepreneurs know this secret. They talk about founder intuition, that gut feeling that guides billion-dollar decisions when data isn't enough. But somehow, when it comes to personal life, we're told to ignore that same inner wisdom. That's the scam. The neural reconnection protocol, the 5-minute digital void. Every day, turn off all devices and sit in silence for 5 minutes. Don't meditate, don't use any technique, just exist. Ask one simple question. What do I really want right now? The first answer that comes, without rational filtering, is your intuition speaking. After a week of this, you'll notice your mind stops constantly seeking external validation. You start making decisions with more speed and certainty. That's your internal GPS being recalibrated to factory settings before the industry corrupted your signal. If you're ready to fire your internal gurus and hire your intuition as the CEO of your life, type internal GPS activated in the comments. Share this video with someone who asks everyone for advice except themselves. And if you want more content that helps you trust yourself, subscribe, because I'll teach you to be your own guru. How to hack your own mind the system gurus don't want you to know. If you made it this far, congratulations, you survived the truth. Download. But now comes the most important part. How to install a new mental operating system based on your own authenticity, not the viruses they implanted in your mind. Here's what self-help gurus fear most: that you'll discover you don't need them, that you'll realize your buggy and imperfect version is more powerful than any manufactured personality they're trying to sell you. They profit from your insecurity, but your real power lies in the radical acceptance of who you are. Let me reveal the authenticity algorithm. Stop trying to be the best version of yourself and start being the most real version of yourself. The difference is that the best version is always a future projection that keeps you dissatisfied in the present. The real version accepts your contradictions, your flaws, your fears, and finds power in that. This is the mental revolution they don't want to happen. A generation of people who stop consuming ready-made identities and start creating their own definition of success. Imagine the economic impact if millions of people stopped buying self-help courses because they discovered they're already complete. The supreme mental freedom hack. Your success isn't measured by external metrics: money, followers, recognition. Your success is measured by your ability to sleep peacefully with yourself, by the absence of chronic anxiety, by the feeling that you're living your life, not the life they sold you. This goes against everything America teaches us. We're raised on external validation: grades, salary, social status, Instagram likes. But the freest Americans throughout history, the artists, the inventors, the revolutionaries, they all marched to their own drum. They defined success on their own terms. But here's the most beautiful paradox. When you stop chasing success as defined by others, you naturally attract the things that truly matter to you. It's like stopping the chase for love when you become complete alone. Healthy relationships appear naturally. When you stop desperately networking, meaningful connections find you. The final subversive action: write your own definition of success in one sentence. It can't include anything that depends on other people validating you. Examples: success is waking up without anxiety. Success is making choices from love, not fear. Success is being the same person alone and in public. This sentence is your new source code. Every decision you make, ask, does this move me closer to or further from my personal definition of success? If the answer is further, you know you're being influenced by external viruses. Here's my final confession. I was also addicted to personal development once. I spent years and fortunes looking outside for what was already inside. The difference is that now I use this industry as a tool, not as a crutch. I filter what resonates with my intuition and discard the rest. You don't need more information, you need less noise. You don't need more techniques, you need more confidence in yourself. You don't need more gurus, you need to fire them all and become your own leader. America was built by people who trusted themselves more than they trusted authority. It's time to reclaim that spirit. If this video freed your mind in any way, type "free from the matrix" in the comments and tell me which scam hit you hardest. Share this massively. This could be the video that saves someone from spending thousands on empty promises. Subscribe because I'll keep hacking the systems that control us. And if you want to support content that breaks paradigms, smash that like button. Every like is a vote for truth in an internet full of manipulation. The mental revolution starts with you.